Funeral parlours say burials have increased like never before during the third wave of COVID-19, and the recent deadly riots in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng have contributed to a shortage of coffins. One funeral home says it sometimes has to wait with families for graves to be dug due to the backlog. ENCA's Lindo Gutlekulu has got this report for us.
These are everyday scenes at cemeteries across the country. One grave dug after another. Funeral parlours say the third wave of coronavirus infections has seen them burying more people than ever before.
The third wave has exponentially increased in terms of mortality. Yeah, such that even some of the cemeteries, they can't cope with burials because of now they dig the grave whilst the families are there. But it's because there's too much death, not that because they can't.
Burials have previously usually happened on weekends, but this has now changed and families are encouraged to bury their loved ones during the week. Vuyo's funeral parlour says they bury at least 20 people every day.
You'll bury about 6, 7 a day. Weekend will bury 30. But with this wave, we have spaced our funeral each and every day except Monday. We bury more than 20 funerals a day.
The recent unrest in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal has also added to the backlog.
Raw material and the classic coffins, they come from Durban. So now if the riots were in Durban and we are in Gauteng and the entry was closed, so there was a shortage of coffin, and most of the undertakers in Gauteng, then we started to panic buy.
The Funeral Industry Reformed Association says there's also been struggles to get medical reports and death certificates. While the situation has improved, the association says another problem looms as storage facilities are fast becoming overwhelmed.
Cannot allow a deceased to lie for indefinite period with a government mortuary or with a hospital. The hospitals, in terms of the law, need to have a facility, a cold room facility. They don't have that, so we genuinely plead to government and the private sector out there let's create this facility so that a deceased person could then be treated dignified and with care.
The association is calling for the regulation of the industry to bridge the gap between their needs and government. Meanwhile, Vuyo's Funeral Services says while the situation is becoming overwhelming, they have no choice but to try and provide dignified services to their bereaved clients. Lindo Gutlekulu, Johannesburg.